Minnesota Vikings GM got fired. I'm gonna talk about it. Also, somehow Jameson Williams got connected to it, and I'll speak on that. So, I think ultimately, I was talking to one of my boys, he a Vikings fan from Southern California. Shout out to Johnson. And basically he was saying he just didn't do well in the draft. You're going to have black people, talking about, well, you didn't do the job the right. Well, I'm going to say this first and foremost. When you get a job, one thing about what men don't have in male-dominated spaces, when you're talking about jobs, sports, corporate, they don't have patience. See, this is why, and I'm kind of go get a little surgical for a second here. For y'all young dudes who graduated college or who get into the workforce in high school, post-high school, or whatever the situation may be, this is why they be like, well, we got a job, $20 an hour, but you got to have a bachelor's degree or you got to have 5 years experience and the math don't be mathing. But one thing they want you to do is they want you to come in and already know how to do the job. They want you to magically in a week or two learn all their processes, their safety processes, and they want you to create magic. Men don't have patience. And when I worked in female, ran companies, I believe they were too lenient. They moved too slow. They took their time too much. They were too meticulous. They was too lackadaisical. I won't even say it was to the point where they were what you call it? How can I say it, man? Kind of when you like push shit off. Now, I don't know why my mind is erasing me. It's a bunch of snow. It ain't a bunch of snow, but it's just snow. How can I put this? Y'all know what I'm saying. I can't, for whatever reason, I can't think of the word. Procrastinating. I don't think it's procrastination. I just think they more kind of like take their time and they more calculated with this shit, right? That's a funny looking slot truck. But so then when you get into a job, man, with most men, whether it's, learning to pour cement, whether it's learning to be a brick mason, whether it's learning to, learning, AI or learning to be a technician, you're lucky if you find a man who gonna have the patience with you, and teach you and be very patient and lean and what, they expect you to do it. I remember as a kid at Renaissance, and they was teaching him how, the dude taught him how to cut hair. See, I'm gonna show you this one time. And if you don't get it, that ain't how you teach people, bro. People men don't have the patience, most men. So when you get into a job like that, these owners don't have patience or nothing. And people say, well, Kevin O'Connell should have been fired. Once again, I don't really know his whole skilo in the whole thing. So I don't know his skin in the game. Was he standing on the table to keep Sam Darnold? Which I think this was a lot about Sam Darnold. Was he most people would have got rid of Sam Darnold. And real talk, I feel like it had to be a collaborative effort. Y'all had to sit here. We like JJ McCarthy. Hey, how's JJ process going? Should we pay Sam Darnold for a couple more years and get ready? No, JJ. So yeah. Then you got Justin Jefferson saying that, we would have kept Sam Darnold, we would be winning. I mean, when you come to an NFL locker room as a quarterback, a lot of quarterbacks are quickly destroyed. Their confidence are destroyed because everybody's impatient. This is a now league. We need to win now. I have to feed my family. I can be cut. I don't have a guarantee. We need to win now so I can hit bonuses, so I can be Pro Bowls and all pros. We need to win now. Ain't nobody gonna have no patience with you. When you come into the league, they expect you to be ready, regardless of what they seen with Aaron Rodgers, regardless of what they seen with Jordan Love, regardless of what they seen with Sam Darnold, Geno Smith. Regardless, they want you to be ready now. They want you to be Dak. They want you to be Russell, even in the middle rounds. Regardless of Kirk Cousins waiting a couple seats, they want you to be ready now. They don't have time for it. So that also translates upstairs. So when they seen Sam Darnold doing this thing, for me, that was the nail in the coffin for the GM. Now, had they signed Sam Darnold and he was a flop, they would have fired him. So for the most part, yeah, it's just, regardless of color, it's a what have you done for me now lately type of male-dominated industries. And then on top of that, you're a minority, you're a brother. So we already know when we come into these jobs, we usually get the jobs that nobody want, or we usually get the jobs that somebody really done fucked up, or we lucky to get a job that's of great value, we really put the work in to get that job, and we expect it to be 10 times better than the average person that they had or have on that job. That's the reality. So we understand that the room for error is very, very small. So he understood that, and I seen him at the Senior Bowl. He at the Senior Bowl and shit, and he scouting, and then he was fired. So, like I said before, should Kevin O'Connell go? I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know the dynamics. I don't know the dynamics of Kevin O'Connell, and was he talking about keeping Darnold? We seen with Brandon Beane, the videos of Brandon Beane, pretty much talking about, I really want Keon Coleman, and we seen that already. We seen that movie already. The owner tried to lie and put his foot in his mouth. All right. So, but also it was rumors that he traded back with the Lions, and the Lions jumped up from 20 to 12 to draft Jameson Williams. Now the rumor is they took the Lewis kid from the Klein Lewis. They took the safety from Georgia, and he only played 10 games. So they moved down 10 spots, and that's to what Johnson was telling me in the comment section. He was saying that he didn't draft well. He didn't draft well. So at the end of the day, that's the reality of it. They're just right then and there. And the rumor was if they stayed at 12, they were taking Jameson Williams. So I don't know. I don't know if Addison was drafted a year later or whatever, but J-Mo got through into it. They was taking J-Mo if they stayed at 12. So like I said, you got to be ready to be suited and booted. You got to come into these jobs like Brad Holmes came into his job. Because guess what? When you a brother, you only get one chance sometimes. Don't let your opportunity go once in a lifetime. You better. But yeah, you don't get those opportunities. You don't get them. You don't get them. They once in a lifetime opportunities. So, but hey man, hopefully fall street. Raheem Morris got a second chance as a head coach, so we'll see. But for the most part, if he didn't draft well, he didn't do his job well. I mean, who can we really be mad at? You didn't do your job well. So we can talk about, how they got rid of Kevin Stefanski and kept Andrew Berry. We kind of knew what that was about, once again, connected to the quarterback. So that's why, you kind of, hear people who can pick jobs, who can pick where they want to go, like Ben Johnson. They want to pick somebody where they got a quarterback. John Harbaugh, he picked New York probably because he believed in Jackson Dart. He got a quarterback. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.